Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lokesh and today we are going to discussing about karate framework post method. Post method nothing but in the postman we can able to see there are couple of methods get, post, put, patch, delete these operations, right? In here we are going to discussing today is post method. How we can able to create one user using these headers to apply, and how we can able to pass for authorization, and how we can able to pass for content type application js1, these two, and request body how we can able to pass it into our karate framework. And also we are going to see some of the thing like uh, it's like calling for java code and request method and response validation. These things we are going to discussing in this video. See now, if I'm opening here, see I read some simple code also already. There is a background place I used for calling for Java code. Okay. In this class I have in test Java demo and utility, and inside that utility methods are presented. Our first call is calling for Java code. How we can able to call means where if you are having this particular place for class, then define any name. Just I put the here is json files an object name equal to java.type. If you are using java.type, then it will say that this particular package in this class method is refer for java type. Okay, java class type. Then we need to define entire package like com.demo.utils, and it is after that class name, which is a class name you provided that class name. In my case it is there util methods. Okay, then what will happen, this entire class methods it will refer for this object. Once it is referring for that particular object, then when you coming for request place, that particular method dot inside how many methods are presented in that particular place. Like if we have present I have two methods, you can able to take any method. In json files, in my case I am taking for json files. If I'm going to that json file, and that object we need to provide, because this method is refer for file name for that, and it will access that particular method. Okay, what exactly this method is having means, this method is basically to getting for a request body. Request body it is presented here. Users, inside that JSON folder, inside that there is a CreateUser.js file. It is there. JS is represent for JSON file. XML is represent for XML file only. Okay. Then here JSON files and file name it is presented. The file name which is the name we are providing, that particular name it will take. User.System.get property user.directory means it will take that where exactly this project is located in your local, that particular location it will take it. Once it is take it, then we need to define for package wise src test, then resource, inside the resource json files, inside that there is a file, and we are just converting for entire path into a bit readable format of string. Then that is referred as a string request body. That request body it will returns. Once it is written, it will come as a string json format. Okay, this is a request method. Whenever you using for post method, the request method is mandatory. Okay, that request method it defines. And if you see now, here we covered for calling for java code and request. http request is basically to providing that payload. In previous video also I explained like request how we can able to use it. That the same format here we are applying to getting for request body. And second one is header. Header is basically authorization one. I'm going to explain here. Header authorization equal to barrier token. This barrier token is basically to refer for this particular accessing purpose. Access token, we can able to say access token. And also we can able to define for content type. If you have multiple headers like content type and authorization both is there, then you can able to use for this headers one. If you use the headers one, it will take for two values into one request place. How we can able to declare means this is the format. Define some data and array format, then there is a value. And if you want some example, now you can able to use here dot def head values, and we can able to define and authorization, and I'm going to copy paste this one. Okay, then we can able to take content type. Content type, this all we must declare like without uh, fail, because if something the value is missing, if we are not declaring properly, then it will take as a fail, means it will not consider as a value. Now it will separate by comma and content type. That's not equal, then we can define. Then here application JSON, and closing here. Then in header place we can able to specify headers and the data value. Header, then header values one, and I can able to delete this entire thing. What will happen now? It will take for two values as a single header place. It will declare into one, and post method here, and verifying that if the data is success, then we can able to say that 200. If something the value is mismatching, it will show as 422, means the email ID is not properly, or if it is already exist. Example is here. Now if you click this one, that is a changing that name, that's why it is given 201. And again see, if already email ID is presented, then it is showing for 422, because the email is already verified. Two conditions without failing purpose I used for this assertion: response status equal 200 and response equal to 422 to verifying purpose. Then we can able to call it run class. In this run class, I'm going to declaring for my create user, and I'm going to run for my class. Once I run, it will success, means it will give for green color. If it is fail, then it will give for red mark. Now first time it is loading, that's why it is taking more time. If it is not first time, then it will give very quick. Now it is keep on loading. Now test case is running. Now it is green. Means everything is working as expected. There is no problem for anything because we are used for 201 as well as 422 without failing purpose. Okay, our case it will by default it will show in the content place 422 because that email ID is already exist. I used for same username and for password without providing changing any name. Cannot be blank, can be a male or female. This kind of values something here. Okay, and also we can able to read some data here and we can able to change the values. Now if I coming to here, see this is my payload. I'm going to copy paste here. Okay, now this is my payload and I need to change every time these values. Then we can able to modify, means we can able to replace some value. That also we can able to do. How we can able to replace to the JSON format of value or XML format value, that I will explain you later video. And this is completely for only to creating some user or some method how we can able to use and how to call the Java code into a future file and replacing a value, and this all I will explain you a later video with a clear cut with the JSON format how we can able to modify and runtime how to change the values or random value and all I'll tell you the later video session. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like my video, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share your friends and colleagues. Thank you.